Thanks once again for joining us on Talkin' Fight. I've got Neil the Deal in the house, and we're going to talk about one of the greatest referees of all time in boxing, Mills Lane. What do you got for me, Neil?
Hey, good evening, Graham. Nice to see you again. Thanks a lot for having me out. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, hopefully you guys are going to check this one out. This is one of Neil the Deal's #1 guys in his division. All right. Everybody has their own division. This guy is #1 in the Neil the Deal division. All right. We're talking referees tonight. Now, I've watched probably 10,000 fights, Graham, something of that sort. I can't, it's in the thousands upon thousands. It's unbelievable.
I've told everyone that you've watched over 10,000 fights.
Pretty much, man. My parents thought I was obsessed. They wanted to call a doctor. My mother used to ask me, "What are you all right?" Stuff of this sort, and I just tell her, "Yeah, I'm fine, Mom. Everything's good." "Oh, you want a sandwich?" "Absolutely." So, anyways, I just hung out watching boxing, and I just gravitated to it. I loved it. So, anyways, we're going to talk about my #1 referee of all time. I've seen him, I don't even know, in the 40, 50, 60s range in fights over the years. He's the #1 referee in Neil the Deal's life.
Yeah.
And I love him with all my heart. You guys need to check him out. We're talking about Mr. Mills Lane. Mills Lane. Now, that's it, Mr. Lane. God bless your heart. We love you. Thank you so much for everything. Graham, like I always talk about, this individual, Mr. Mills Lane, is an absolute gem of a person. All right. He's one of the most respected individuals in boxing. He could be possibly up there in the Muhammad Ali category, as far as his craft. You know what I mean? He basically was doing the biggest title fights right from the beginning of his career. He did start out a little slow, but then somebody recognized his ability, and then he was just given the job from there on in, and he did the job big time. He split him up. He basically got out of the way, but he commanded respect. Okay, when you're a referee in boxing, and all you guys will tell me the same thing, all you champions of the world, wannabe champions of the referee, if he's a good ref, he will dictate what happens in the ring between the two combatants. And Mills Lane was always very, very strict in the ring. All right. So let's just talk about Mills and what I saw from my point of view, Graham. And let's just go through this here. And guys, Mills Lane, best referee ever. Fantastic guy. Check him out, guys. He's unbelievable. All right. So I used to always laugh because he used to do these little twerky things, and I could never figure out why he did this. But I kept watching and watching and watching and watching and watching. And I believe it was Larry Merchant. Mr. Merchant, I believe it was you. If it wasn't you, then I think you should probably let us know who figured it out and said that that Mills Lane he had that moniker, right? Let's get it on. Let's get it on. So when the two combatants would come to the middle of the ring, he would give the instructions, shake hands, let's get it on. That's what he was all about. All right, that was his thing. So as soon as he said that, I thought, all right, here we go. Kick back. There's stuff going to happen here. It's a lot of fireworks going to happen any minute, right? Yeah. So I used to love that part about him because you'd always know. So it's funny enough, his real name, he didn't use his real name. It was Mills. His real name was Mills B. Lane III. B, like Bumblebee or Yellow Bee, or I don't know. His middle name is B, B-E-E. So he's sweet as honey, I guess. That's maybe his mom thought. Mills, hey, Graham, I don't know. B? You know any people with the name B, 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 E, E, B?
Absolutely not.
How about the third B? No, three. What about B third? Like Hank 3 or something? You remember that guy, Hank 3? I don't know. I never heard of the stuff. So,
I,
anyways,
like you, only know the Transformers Bumblebee.
yeah. So he basically was known around the community, in the boxing community, as Judge Mills Lane. Judge Mills Lane. And that came from the fact that he was actually a judge before he became a referee.
I did not
So,
know that.
He started officiating in 1964. He started into a career where he educated himself before he got into this, Graham. He was also a boxer, so we're going to get into that. He basically, he was known for doing all the major big time heavyweight fights. Okay, Graham. He wasn't really known for his middleweight or cruisers or light heavies. He was always the man doing the heavyweight championship of the world fights. So Ali fights, Fraser fights, those kind of fights, you know. He did a Norton fight, you know what I mean, back in the day. Kenny Norton fights.
Yeah,
So
those are the fights that I remember him from. Yep.
yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? So he was refereeing through the 70s, through the 80s, and into the 90s, and he was just unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
I believe if I figured it out, he refereed for 27 years. All right.
Wow.
Okay, so he has over 100 title fights under his belt. 100 title fights he was refereeing. So he knows exactly what's going on.
Wow.
He's actually 83 years old right now.
Wow.
So Mills, if you're out there, we love you. We know you're
I'm hoping you're going to say he's retired.
Huh?
Is he retired?
Oh yeah, he retired like many years ago, Graham. I believe he retired in 1998.
Well, I'm just going to say, like, the way you were going, well, you know, he's 93 years old and he's still going at it. He's still reffing.
He's 83. He's not, well, no, but his refereeing career was 1971 to 1998. All right.
Yeah, no, I remember his 70s and 80s fights.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
How can you not?
After that, I kind of drop off. But yeah, that's cool. He's a good guy.
Oh, absolutely. It's like I don't even know how to explain it, but he basically, every time I saw him refereeing a fight, I knew that it was proper. The actual fight was going to be proper. There was no shenanigans, no pulling the head down, no elbow to the face, the old shiver, the stuff the dirty stuff. He made sure he commanded the ring, Mr. Lane. All right. And if you got out of line, being the judge, he had no problem telling you, kid, you're out of line. And if you try it again, I'm going to deduct. And that's it. And if you decided to go against his wishes, he was not afraid to let him know. You know what I mean, Graham?
So it raises a good point. I mean, today's referees come from all walks of life.
Big time.
I mean, yeah, we don't really have that commanding ref these days, if you ask me.
No,
not that we
I
need them.
I don't see them like that. I used to see them, guys.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? Like there was a crew of guys, probably 8-10 guys. We're talking about those 8-10 guys. This is what we're doing here with the referee segments.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to let you know what the top 10 referees of all time were, and that way you can understand from their point of view. They see the fight from a different perspective, obviously. So, but they got to be aware because it's full on. The guys are warriors. They're Vikings. They're absolutely enraged, and they know they got to win. They're all winners. That's why they're in the ring. They're all winners, right? Exactly. Even if you lose, guys, you're still a winner in my heart. You know what I mean? So, anyways,
it's about fighting. Yeah.
It's about giving your best. That's all you can do. Give them 100%. I always say give 101% if that's possible. I don't know. I think you can give 100, and that's pretty much as you can give. But
And where it breaks down is when you have a referee who's not that experienced or doesn't have the
Right.
balls.
Yeah, he did. Well, he just gets pushed around by the fighters, is what happens.
Right,
The fighters say, "Oh, this guy's a wussy." You know what I mean?
right,
And he ain't breaking us up. There's a lot of headbutts going on, all kinds of
right,
jumping in, all kinds of head pulling, all kinds of elbows, all kinds of cheap shivers, all kinds of bite your ears off, all kinds of whatever you're gonna do. It's
right,
not fair play. All right. This is not street fighting, glorified street fighting. This is professional boxing. So any of
right.
you professional guys who think you want to get away with that, you better hope Mills Lane's not in the corner because he won't put up with that. I'll tell you that
Correct.
much. So, anyways,
Exactly.
yeah, you know
It-
what I mean.
it-
So
exactly. At the end of the day, what we both recognize is there's an art to this.
oh, big time.
Yeah, and guys like Lane these are the guys, these are the referees that the sport needs right now. Quite frankly, now that boxing is coming back, it's being popularized, uh, and this is exactly what these young guys, young gals need in the sport right now. Are fair, level-headed gents and gals who can referee a good, honest to God, 10, 15 you know what I mean. I mean,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
I'm,
man.
I'm sick and tired of
It's definitely it's not an easy job, people, by any means. Guys,
no,
kids,
no, it's
everybody.
not.
You're dealing with two guys who are trying to break each other in two, tear their heads off, rip their teeth out by the root. It's like this isn't a checkers game or playing chess with your kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Like everyone says, you don't play boxing.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't
exactly.
play boxing. Anyway,
No,
anyway.
no. All
So
right,
yeah,
so listen, let's talk a little bit about his life. All right, he entered the U.S. Marine Corps 1956. So the
oh
guy's
really?
got military backing. All right. He graduated from the University of Nevada. He got a business degree in 1963. All right. Funny enough, too, before I forget to mention this, guys, he came from a very, very wealthy family. His father owned the biggest and largest banks in Georgia. All right. And his uncle also owned banks in Georgia. So
Hmm.
he came from a very affluent family. And again, I told you that he became a judge. Now, he became a district court judge. And he also, at the end of the day, he had the show Judge Mills Lane. Do you remember the show, TV show, Judge Mills
I
Lane?
do.
It's
I
kind
do.
of like, what's that girl's name, Graham, that does that
Uh,
thing? Judge Judy or something?
Judge Judah, can't remember her last
Yeah,
name, but
that
yeah,
girl is, I don't know about her, man. She just doesn't rub me the right way, but I don't mind her. But Judge Mills Lane was much more, he was more, how do I say, understanding, I guess is the word. He listened to both combatants and being the judge. And so, anyways, he was very good with that kind of thing, I'd have to
yeah.
say. Um, he enrolled he enrolled in Utah College after that and graduated with his law degree, 1970. So he literally went to school and got a law degree. All right, at the time, and then yeah, he became a boxer in the Marine Corps. All right, this is where it all started for him. He was uh he was the all Far East welterweight champion for the United States Marine Corps, Far East. So I guess he was fighting guys in the Far East. And he was the champion in those days. Uh, he was also an NCAA boxing champion, Graham. So he was a college champion as well, NCAA, and he did really well. He turned pro in college, and he had a record of 11-1. So he had a pretty good record. 11 wins, one loss. He tried out for the 1960 Summer Olympic Games at the Olympic trials, but it was beaten and lost. So he did not uh, move on to the Olympic team at that time. In 1979, he became chief deputy sheriff of investigative services in his hometown. So basically, he's got a great job, and now that he's got the law degree and all that, and he was elected district attorney in 1982 of that town, and district judge in 1990. So He was very well respected around the world for his opinion and his judging ability. He was Judge Mills Lane. That's how he became himself. Um, he fought. He refereed his first bout in 1971, I believe, Graham. So 71 to 98. And he became a household name. All right, after the bite fight, Graham. Do you remember the bite fight?
Well, no, I don't know which one you're talking about.
You don't know about the bite fight?
No, go for it.
Tyson and Holyfield, the bite fight?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I was thinking that's, but I didn't think that
June
was
28th,
1970.
1997. June 28th,
You
1997.
went from 1971 to the bite fight, so you had me confused there. So
Well, that's what my job. I got to make sure you're paying attention. I can't let you
okay.
know everything, man.
All I'm saying is I remember his fights that he refed with Muhammad Ali and even Ken Norton and a lot
Yeah.
of Joe Frazier, a lot of those guys in the late 70s.
Oh, absolutely.
So all I was saying is you jump.
Yeah. No, I'm just playing games with your grandma, having fun. Can't have any fun. Neil the Deal show's supposed to be fun. We go here, there, everywhere. Come on, let's go. Let's get her done.
So yes, I do remember the bite fight, but I didn't realize that was the one you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, I'm just okay. Checking you out.
Okay, go ahead.
You look good today, Graham. I have to say, I like your hair. All right. So the last big fight.
What? COVID style.
Yeah, it's a COVID hairstyle. Beautiful. Right on. All right. So the last big fight was his last big fight was November 6th, 1998, and he retired. All right. That was his last fight, November 6th, 1998. Retired from boxing in 2013. He was elected to the International Boxers Hall of Fame. All right. And he was also elected to another Hall of Fame. Oh, the Nevada. Oh, the Nevada. Here we go again. Scotty, if you're watching this, we got to get a hold of Mills too. You need to get in the Hall of Fame, Scotty, over in Nevada. We're really pulling for you, brother. And I'm gonna do what I can to get you in there. All right, you deserve it, Scotty. So I love you, Scotty. All right. So he wrote books, Graham, in his older years. He wrote some books about his career, which is really cool. He had a really debilitating stroke, actually, which is terrible news. That's why I haven't seen the guy since probably 98. I have not seen him on anywhere. Maybe his TV show was after that. I can't remember. But he's been non-existent now for a long time. But he had a stroke, which paralyzed him. He can't speak anymore, so he doesn't speak. And it was nice enough that the hometown dedicated a day to him. Graham's hometown, Mills Lane Day. All right. So they decided Mills Lane Day is going to be December 27th, 2004. They named it Mills Lane Day, right there in his hometown. And he had a courthouse built, being the judge. All right. So they named a courthouse after him, Mills Lane Municipal Directorial Courthouse in Reno, Nevada. So they built that for him in his honor. So I'm very proud to be able to say that. Mills, thank you very much. I know you're 83 years old now. Best of luck to you. I basically hope that your contribution, the preservation and the integrity that you had throughout your career for the craft, you'll always be remembered, never forgotten. And we all love you here at Talkin' Fight. And if you got anything to say or anybody knows how to get a hold of Mills, just let them know. The Neil the Deal. My heart pounds for you, buddy. And right here we got you. All right. There we go. Mills. Yeah, man. That's our boys. All right. And we're always looking out for you, man. All right. So thanks a lot. The last thing, Graham, you mentioned a couple of fights. I'll just mention a couple of quick fights that everybody should go look at for Mills. Larry Holmes versus Ken Norton. Check out that fight, guys. Mills was reffing that one. And of course the bite fight, Tyson and Holyfield. Funny enough, Graham, there was after the fight, apparently there was a lot of blood on Mills Lane's referee shirt. All right.
I can't imagine how that got there.
Yeah, Holyfield didn't come into the ring. He came in with 2 ears and left with one. Put it that way. So
Well,
Mills got in the middle of that bloodbath and kind of said, dude, you just ate that guy. So anyways, he had to break that up. Imagine that. But he ended up with a lot of blood all over him. And some boxing collector offered him a monetary value right after the fight. Apparently, he walked down the steps and somebody walked right up to him and said, Mills, can I buy that shirt off you with all the blood on it? And Mills went, sure, how much you got? And he said, I got $200. Mills said, sold. So he handed off that referee shirt to that collector. Buddy, if you're out there, I understand that Mills figures he could have got a little bit more money for that shirt. Literally. So you should sell the shirt and give him back his money. All right. That's what I got to say. All right, Graham. Mills, love you. 2 thumbs up. You are the absolute bomber. Cooking with hydrogen there, Mills. Thanks, buddy. What a career.
What a career. I have nothing more to add. That's fantastic. That's a great story. All you guys out there, thanks, Neil. That was awesome. That's welcome, fantastic. I love it.
Anytime, guys. Listen, come on out to the Neil the Deal show. I always got something interesting to say. Sometimes I get a little bit long in the tooth, but it's only because these guys need to be recognized, and I believe that they deserve it.
I agree with you 100%. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, that was a great show because who gets to express his story anywhere in the world? I mean, you tell me, you play anywhere. You tell me one other place where you've heard his story, please, other than Wikipedia, other than Google. Like, you tell me one other guy in the world who's given him, I don't know how long we spent on this, 30 minutes or whatever. You tell me one other guy.
Probably nobody, Graham, because, the last little thing I got for you, Graham, on him is, guys, this is a trivia question. Graham, I'm going to throw out my own trivia question. It's my show. I can throw out my own trivia question. I don't need to ask you. Just do what I want here. All right? So, guys,
to close out the show, Neil the Deal is going to throw out trivia.
I'm throwing a trivia at you guys. We need some response on this one. And never mind the Google. All right? Let's try to figure it out old-fashioned way. Get out your Encyclopedia Britannica and check it out. All right? All right. So Mills Lane had this is the question, guys. Mills Lane had a signature thing he did before every match. All right? And I'm going to show you what it was. But the question is, what did it mean? What does this mean? What did Mills Lane do? And what does it mean? So this is what he did. And give us the answer. Graham's going to give you something, right, Graham? Like maybe a $25 Keg Mansion gift card or something.
Coming out of my back pocket. I'll give you
$25. There you go. Well, anyways, you guys will get a prize. Come on, guys. Get involved. This is a good one. All right. I'm Mills Lane now. Guys, before every fight, I seen him do it 50, 60 times. He did it in every fight, and it was one of these. You ready? 1, 2, 3. That's it. What does that mean? You win the prize on the Neil.
All right, awesome. Thanks very much, Neil. I appreciate this. Great, fantastic episode. I loved it. It was fantastic. To all you viewers out there, please like, share, subscribe.
Yes, absolutely, Graham. I am so enthralled. And also, guys and gals, see this? It's a beautiful soccer hat that Canadian Olympic soccer hat, guys. Females. I love soccer too, Graham. I'm just saying. And the Canadian female team over the last, I believe, I've been watching probably 10 years, has been absolutely amazing. So all you girls out there, get involved in sports, I guess, be it soccer, boxing, swimming, whatever turns your fancy. So I just want to give a little bit of thumbs up to the girls out there, guys. Thanks a lot for the support, and Neil the Deal will always support you guys. All right. Have yourself a safe and wonderful Christmas.